Good
You
afternoon.
are, good afternoon. You are Kouri Marshall. You are testifying on behalf of the Chamber of Progress, and you are testifying for the bill.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
That is
Thank
correct.
you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and distinguished members of the committee. My name is Kouri Marshall, and I serve as a Director for State and Local Government Relations for the Central Region for the Chamber of Progress. Our corporate partners include some fintech companies, but our partners do not have a vote or a veto over our positions. You know, the opponents of this important piece of legislation will note that there are various companies that are doing various things, which is exactly why we need this bill to be in place. And I will make a personal note that I grew up in a low-income housing project to a hardworking mom, and I remember playing JFL Junior Football League football. I remember when my mom wanted to pay for football for my brothers and I, that she would be calling the family to borrow money, and she did work. And I would hear her say things like, "I get paid next week." When I was a junior in high school and I was a marching band nerd back then, my mom had to call family to try to find a way to pay for me to go to Disney World, and I would hear her say things like, "I get paid next week." I wish this type of legislation existed back then. We support HB 3827, a bill that will regulate earned wage access services that help workers bridge the gap until payday, something that could have been helpful for my family. This frees workers from dependency on the payroll cycle and alternative options like predatory lending practices. The proper regulation of EWA services can be of benefit to Texas, where the FINRA Foundation reports that 52% of Texans are living paycheck to paycheck. Customer research conducted by leading EWA providers in 2021 showed that this service is mostly used to pay bills on time, to buy groceries, and to avoid late fees. 8 out of 10 EWA consumers feel these services are the best available options to help manage their spending and say their life has significantly improved after using these services. Based on customer feedback to Earnin, a fintech company that provides on-demand access to already earned income, EWA is helping people make ends meet by providing a better alternative to them paying their bills or having to use credit cards with high annual percentage rates that could cause a backslide into debt. According to a study by Experian last year, the average credit card balance in Texas is $6,753, slightly above the national average of $6,194. Because EWA is not a credit product, nor does it extend credit to its customers, increased usage of these services by residents could lead to decreased credit card balances. In this post-COVID inflationary economy that we live in, the usage of EWA has increased across the country. From 2018 up until now, EWA services tripled in usage, primarily in response to consumers adapting to a financial environment where they have household expenses that cannot wait until payday. For single parents, like my mom, to the 9-to-5 worker, EWA has been and will continue to be a valuable option that works for their families and their budgets. We commend the authors of this legislation. We commend you, the distinguished legislators, for introducing this legislation, which puts guardrails around EWA by establishing clear regulations for service providers. We respectfully request for you to support HB 3827. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, do we have any questions? Thank you for your testimony.